State report, 47% of Detroit's population cannot read, y'all. Basically, half the city is functional illiterate, which is crazy. Now, let's look at the schools for a bit, man. The DPS Community District, grades 3 to 8. Now, 15.4% tested proficient or above in language arts for the 24-25 school year. Now, before we get all into the stats and numbers, and before we just unpack as to why this is happening, why kids can't read, why adults can't listen, whatever, all that, there's plenty of things set in place, y'all. I know on a couple posts back, people that hit me up like, "Con, you should do a video on the bookmobile." Yo, the bookmobile is still there, y'all. People say it as if it's not there. It it's been there since 1940. Maybe took some breaks here and there, yeah, but it still shows up to schools, y'all. And then we also have cool things like Birdie's Bookmobile, which is that little red box you'll see in front of different community centers where books are always in it. A lot of the libraries that were closed for 2 and 3 years after the pandemic have reopened. You still had the Scholastica Book Fair. Now, I know things have changed. People feel that the book fairs were a little unfair to underprivileged kids who didn't have the economics, come from families that could afford to buy books like other kids. Well, then talk to your school about doing a sponsored book fair. Scholastica does sponsor book fairs in which all the books are free. And then Scholastica still has those Highlights magazine. I grew up on Highlights magazine. My kids grew up on Highlights magazine. Man, you can gift your niece or nephew, little cousin, a subscription to Highlights, y'all. And for those that have kids that just not maybe engaging in books, man, they got a program where they read the kids' books, man. Take your kid, they'll read your child a book just to encourage that early relationship between reading and kids, man. And in this state, man, they've been going hard on this pre-K for all, man. Listen, find you a GSRP program, find you a Head Start program, you know what I'm saying? Where everything shows that kids in preschool learn to read faster and embrace academics earlier. So, all these things, I'm just assuming either people don't know they exist, or maybe people don't have the means or the logistics to get to a lot of these things, and some people just don't care, y'all. It's probably all three, but either way, y'all, we should not be passing down generation after generation of folks that can't read. Come on now, man. It's 2025. Y'all be safe.
Almost forgot I want to do this video. So this brother says a Wayne State report. If y'all don't know, Wayne State is a commuter college in the Detroit area. I think a lot of people don't understand what a commuter college it is. So basically, it's what it says it is. If you go to a regular university where all the buildings is on one piece of ground, that is just I don't know what they call it, regular university, but a commuter is, you have to commute, drive, walk, ride to different buildings to get to different class. So Wayne State is a commuter. They've done an amazing job of putting things down there, assign me a cookie through the years. And they have a hard time getting local kids to come here. I know they waived their math requirement for non-math majors. For non-math majors, they've done some things to get people to go to Detroit, get Detroiters or people in the Metro Detroit area, maybe in the state of Michigan, some, free admissions. I know UAD, very expensive college, get free rides and all that. And I give y'all a life hack for a lot of y'all who get free rides, or you get an opportunity to get a free ride from these universities. The thing about it is, don't claim a major. When they give you those scholarships, don't claim a major. Because if you claim a major, a lot of those majors, you have to have a certain SAT or ACT score to get in there. Just claim general studies, or don't claim a major until like your second year, just to give y'all some heads up on that one. Because some of y'all, you might score to 20, it might be a 24 for you going for, not a scholarship is void. So just don't claim nothing and wait till you get your feet wet, right? So your brother in the video was saying 47% of Detroiters are illiterate. I believe that number is very high nationally. I think in the United States, there's a bunch of illiterate people in the United States. And I think people don't realize it. On my main channel, Goodfella TV, I did a video, the link's in the description in the link tree. I did a video talking about 2 valedictorians, one from Connecticut who got admitted to the University of Connecticut, she was an honor roll student and was illiterate and was using her phone to pass through class. There was another kid down in Tennessee. He had a 3 point-something. I think they both was 3.5 or something, and he was illiterate. You know what I'm saying? And he's suing. I think both of them were suing the school districts for being illiteracy. And like I said before, and I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be controversial, but this has always been my stance, is that when you go into the classroom, they dismiss a lot of boys, no matter the color. Y'all think feminism and, feminism stops at it starts as an adult. A lot of these teachers have something against young boys, and it's a field dominated. I feel like it's dominated by women, and they literally pass on the girls. I've knew girls who could not read a lick, and they were honor roll students, right? And they, the same boys who may not have the parents to help them apply themselves, and I'm about to get there, and the same boys, they passed them through, they failed them on purpose. I don't mean failed them as far as the F, they failed them in life. That is a real thing. They make relationships with the young girls, they help them out, and they let the boys sink. And nobody talks about that in the education system. Yeah, I said education. But yes, a lot of people naturally are illiterate. If you get out here in corporate America or in everyday life, there's not a lot of average IQ people. I can tell you that. There's not a lot of people with brains. They don't have ambitions. They can't read. They can't drive. As y'all see daily on the channel, a lot of people can't read, drive, or Nathan. That's why I'm like, how people passing their driving test? You got people in America doing jobs and don't speak English. Come on. And it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me because America doesn't exploit their brightest. They don't exploit them. They don't say, "Oh, he's our brightest and he can do this and he can do that." They don't exploit they best and brightest. It's a fact in America. They don't. They cover them up. They hide them. The system is so trash. But him talking about the book club and all that, I'll get to that. But it doesn't surprise me. This is what happened when you build single parent households. 2-parent households where y'all both splitting the bills and spending equal time with the children. That's how it is. Okay. The mother work in the daytime, the father stay at home. So they need to go volunteer. I remember parents used to volunteer in the classroom. I remember parents used to sit in the classroom. We had parent luncheons, right? Where your father, your mother come up and eat lunch with you. We remember, our parents used to volunteer in the class, volunteer cupcake. I remember one day daddy popped out the closet because he was acting up. You know what I'm saying? We used to have active parents. They all used to meet each other at parent-teacher conferences. We used to have concerts. And it wasn't just about us singing Motown records or doing this, that, and the third. It was about the parents being involved. It was a requirement for them to be involved. So when the last time some of y'all sat down with y'all children, it's not the school's job to do your job. When they get home, it's called homework. When have you sat down and read with your child? You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all ain't read y'all child a book, laid them a bedtime story. Y'all ain't see if y'all child can read or write. You too busy trying to be in survival mode and pay bills or trying to be in the club and worried about yourself. This is why it's imperative you have 2 people make a child and they sacrifice for that child. That's what it is. Y'all want to make children with people and choose yourself. When you created a life to sacrifice women and men. That woman, you need that man. Because at some point, that kid ain't going to respect you no more because he going to feel big and bad. Or she, the father being structure and discipline. The base of a man's voice holds more weight. Think about it. Dogs are more attentive, especially female dogs, to a man's voice versus a woman's voice. Look it up. So when y'all come and make these single parents, y'all be single parents by a lot of y'all do it by choice, or you want to, let your seed in these different women, bro. You're failing your children. You're failing society. We all both work together as a team, pay bills, stack money, raise children as a team. In a society, bro, y'all going to grow together and love each other, bro. Because all those memories and all that work you put into your child, that's a manifestation and a representation of y'all. Your children is a representation of you. And the work that you did is your greatest contribution to this world is procreation. Your seed, her eggs. That's it. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of y'all problem is y'all create single parent households And one parent cannot captain the ship on his own. It's not the brother's job, the auntie's job, the mother's job, the uncle's job, the stepfather. Kill that co-parenting. Real fathers and real mothers can reach places that other people can't. My mother put me in book clubs. My mother put me in, college courses. We read books. I mean, she paid me to read books. Judge Mathis, Inner City Miracle, Roll of Thunder. What was that name? Hear My Cry, The Lion, Rich, and Wardrobe. It was teachers that when Harry Potter, I was young enough when Harry Potter books finally came out. Oh, read this book. You know what I'm saying? Come on. When last did you ever read to your children? Parents create this problem. Not knowing what's going on, not being involved, don't know the teachers. And I see some amazing people that's so involved. But when you go to parent-teacher conference now, it's the same handful of parents. Not a bunch of parents. It's the same handful of parents. Y'all have failed society. Single motherism, single parentism, choosing yourself over your child, you're going to burn in hell for that. Trust and believe me. A lot of y'all think, oh, it's good, but no, it didn't. No, you did not do the best that you could if you failed your child with the proper partner, male or female, man or woman. That's what we have. We have scholastic book fairs, mobile book clubs. My mom used to drop me off at the library for Saturday for hours. Come on now. Come on. A lot of y'all failed y'all children. It's the parents' fault. It's not the teacher's fault. The teacher come up there, parent come up there, it ain't to check the grade. Oh, get a little tink his phone back. Parents failed it. Now, the education system, a lot of it, bro, I can tell you how to fix the education system. I say in less than 1 minute, I'm going to tell you how to fix it. Simple as this. You had kids go to school from preschool to 5th grade. Now in 5th grade, if they academic scholars and all that type of stuff or whatever, we'll figure that out later. After the 5th grade, I send the girls to charm school for 3 years. 6th, 7th, 8th, I send the boys to military school. After that, if they not scholars, all my other boys, they probably gonna get prepared for the military or they gonna prepare to do skilled trades. Whatever that may be, plumbing, all that. They can do multiple skill trades for the next 4 years. All my scholars, I'm college prepping them. Real curriculum, same thing for the girls. The girls, guess what? You ain't prepared to do that. You can just continue to do it. If you don't got your grades together, we'll continue to prepare you for the military. But you can pick up a skilled trade too, whether it's beautician, whether it's plumbing, HVAC, all that. All my scholar girls, they go with all the scholar boys. They go to school and then we prep them for the biggest and the brightest. Simple as that. That's how you fix it. Hit the link in the description. Link the link tree. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch. Check out the current Detroit news. Shout out to Mary Sheffield, being the new mayor. If I didn't say it, peace.